Have you ever been on a date that seemed to be going perfectly? You made her laugh, the conversation was flowing, you paid for the drinks, you felt that click, and then 24 hours later, the vibe shifts. Her texts got shorter, she takes longer to reply, and eventually she hits you with the line, "I just don't think we have a connection." You are left confused. You replay the night in your head, you think, "I didn't say anything offensive. I was nice, I was respectful. What went wrong?" Here is the answer. You failed a test you don't even know you were taking. High value women, the kind you actually want to date, are constantly running a background program in their heads. I call it the silent exam. They are throwing small, subtle challenges at you to see what you are made of. If you react with insecurity, you fail. If you react with people pleasing, you fail. If you get angry, you fail. Most men walk blindly into these traps. They think being nice is the answer. But in this video, I am going to expose the 3 specific psychological tests women use to screen out 90% of men. I am going to show you exactly what they look like, and I am going to give you the exact script to pass them with the score of 100%. Before we get into the first test, you need to understand the why. If you are a logical man, this might seem manipulative to you. You might think, why play games? Why can't we just be honest? It is not a game. It is biology. Evolutionary speaking, a woman has a lot more to lose in a relationship than a man does. If she picks a weak man, a man who crumbles under pressure, a man who can't lead, historically, that was a survival risk. So, nature gave her a mechanism to check for weakness. She doesn't test you because she hates you. She tests you because she needs to know, is this man solid or is he just pretending to be confident? A nice guy views a test as a conflict. He tries to avoid it. A high value man views a test as an opportunity. He knows that passing the test is the only way to trigger genuine attraction. Let's look at test number 1. The first test is the most common. It is the competence test. This usually happens early on, maybe on the first date. She will ask you to do something small, something slightly inconvenient, just to see if you will jump through the hoop. For example, she might say, "Hold my purse for a second," while she checks her phone. Or she implies that you should buy her a drink immediately after meeting you, before you have even talked. Or she says, "Change seats with me, I don't like this view." Now the logical polite part of your brain thinks, if I do what she tells, she will like me. I am being helpful. Wrong. If you jump to obey her instantly, you are signaling that her approval is more important than your own dignity. You are signaling that you are a servant, not a king. Servants get friend-zoned. Kings get desired. So how do you pass? You don't have to be a jerk. You just have to use what I call assumed refusal. You treat the request like a cute joke. If she says, "Buy me a drink," you do not say, "Okay, what do you want?" This is a fail. You do not say no by your own. This is aggressive and bitter. That is also a fail. You smile, look her in the eyes and say, "I don't even know your name yet. You can buy me a drink first, and if you are lucky, I might buy the second round." Boom. You just flipped the frame. You showed her that your resources are not free. You have standards. That response triggers respect instantly because you are not negotiating, not submitting. Now pause for a second. That was just one specific scenario. But in the real world, these tests come at you fast. They happen in text messages, they happen in the bedroom, they happen when you introduce her to your friends. You cannot memorize 1,000 different lines. You need to understand the underlying operating system of attraction. This is exactly what I teach in my program, Magnetic Mindset. I realized that most men are smart, successful, and driven, but they are completely flying blind when it comes to female psychology. You are trying to guess the password, while the bad boys have the cheat codes. Magnetic Mindset is your cheat code. It is a 12-module video training system where I break down the entire dating funnel, from the first text to the first date to the relationship maintenance. It includes the Secret of Seduction ebook. It includes PDF breakdowns of texting scripts so you never freeze up. and access to the exact psychological frameworks that stop you from looking desperate. We currently have 4.8-star rating and hundreds of men are already in because this isn't fluff, it is a real system. And I'm so confident in it that I offer a 7-day money back guarantee. If you don't feel more in control of your dating life, you get a full refund. No risk. Stop guessing and get the manual. The link to the course and my free Discord community is in the description below. Join us. Now back to the battlefield. Test number 2 is the one that destroys most men. It is the flicking test. This is when you have a date set for Friday at 8 p.m. At 6 p.m. she texts you, "Hey, I'm so tired, can we do this another time?" Or worse, she shows up 20 minutes late and gives a weak excuse. This is a test of your boundaries. She is subconsciously checking, does this man value his own time or will he wait around for me like a puppy? The wrong move is to say, "It's okay, no worries. When are you free next?" If you send this, you have just told her that your time is worth 0. You have just told her that you have nothing better to do than wait for her. The right move is to withdraw your attention. You must show her that your time is scarce. If she cancels last minute, you simply say, "No problem, let's just leave it for now. Have a good night." And then, this is the key. You do not text her again. You go silent. This requires courage. You are terrified that if you don't text her, you will lose her. But the opposite is true. When you pull back, she realizes, "I might have lost him." That fear of loss is the only thing that will make her respect you again. Usually she will text you back 2 days later acting super sweet. That is her apologizing. That is you passing the test. Finally, test number 3. This is the advanced level. The jealousy test. This happens when you are already talking or dating. She might casually mention another guy. "Oh, my best friend Brad from the gym is so funny." Or she might point out a guy at a bar. "He has really nice shoes." She is watching your face. She is looking for micro expressions of fear. She wants to know, is he confident enough to know he is the best option? Or he is threatened by another man. If you get sulky, quiet or sarcastic, you fail. You look weak. If you start questioning her, "Who is Brad?" you look possessive and insecure. So how do you pass? You must be unshakable. You must act as if it is impossible for another man to be better than you. If she mentions Brad from the gym, you don't get mad. You agree and amplify. You say, "Yeah, you should invite Brad out with us. I need a new gym partner." You brush it off like dirt on your shoulder. You are so confident in your own value and skin that the existence of other men doesn't even register as a threat. When a woman sees that you cannot be made jealous, she becomes the one who gets jealous. She realizes she has to work hard to keep you. Gentlemen, listen to me. Dating is not a Disney movie. It is a biological negotiation. These tests will happen. You cannot avoid them. You can only prepare for them. If you are tired of failing these exams, go to the description and get the magnetic mindset blueprint. Do not let another girl slip away because you didn't know the rules of the game. Join the free Discord, get the free knowledge, become the prize. I'm dating ASAP. Class dismissed.